My name's Claire Smith, I'm 33. I'm a single parent mum for my son Mitchell. I work full-time in a children's centre. I've just recently completed an NVQ3 in community health and wellbeing.
Hi, I'm Graham Sinnerton. I am 29 years old. I live in Lisburn, Northern Ireland. I currently have a business selling lawnmowers and garden machinery and quads, agricultural quads. I'm interested in re-entering education to study possibly as a quantity surveyor.
I managed to get reinstated into the Home Office, but I had to go back in at the grade I'd entered at, which was a lower grade. And then obviously with the changing government and austerity measures, there's been no promotion available. I've had no choice but to just get on with what I'm doing at the moment, but now things are starting, job opportunities are coming up again. So I'm grateful to be in a job, but I've stagnated for the last 2 years.
I'm Annette Atkinson, I'm known as Nettie. I'm 48. My main job is an outreach worker, which is basically helping families, and usually underprivileged families, some families in social services. I want to do further education more, so I can help my families more in understanding. I want to do something like counselling, so I want to about child development, psychology, counselling, anything on them lines.
My name's Paul Fitzgerald, just turned 36, married man with 2 kids, 2 boys, and my status is I've just gone back into my old sector of employment, yes, with a new job with a new company, and that's kind of I've left my last position about 4 weeks ago. And that was really my decision with regards to thinking about re-entering higher education.
It's really hectic. Everybody's getting up, school, work. Trying to get my daughter ready, everybody's got breakfasts, and between 7 o'clock in the morning and 8:45 it's like, it's manic, you know, everybody's trying to get the bathroom, and nobody's ready, always late for work, always late for school, because I feel like I'm the one that's sorting everybody else out to make sure they're on time, and then it's usually my needs are behind.
I finish work at about 5 o'clock, then pick my son up from my dad's house, and then on a Wednesday, Thursday and Friday night I take my son to football, and on a Saturday morning he goes to football, and then in between all that sometimes I have friends round, or I might go out to the park with my son.
If it's a case of going to having to go to a night class, for example, or play football, then it's going to have to go to the night class. I can still play football at other times.
Another thing which I'd have to sacrifice is a bit of me time as well. As we touched on in previous questions, I love sport. I've played sport since the age of 6. I've played football, rugby, golf, tennis, cricket, much to my wife's annoyance. I just recently completed a half marathon, and I've run marathons before as well, which take up a lot of time. And I generally go to the gym 2-3 times a week as well, if I can. So it all adds up in terms of personal time. So obviously if I did re-enter education, especially in the evenings, I think I'd have to give up a bit of me time. The tipping edge would either be lack of employment opportunity, or certainly for me going forward, it might be seeing people progressing within the company who've got those qualifications, and that is something I need to get on and push my career on within that company.
Because I do see, it's mainly jobs. I'll see a job I think I want to apply for, but I can't because I don't have a degree.
The thing that would most motivate me to enter higher education would be to further my career if it guaranteed that I could get a job with higher pay and maybe better benefits in the future to benefit me and my son.
I'd like to see myself in a little bit further up the career ladder with a stable job role as well, because as I touched on before, I did 16 years in a previous role, and then for the last 4 or 5 years I've been bounded around by the markets a little bit, so I've done a year and 2 years here and there, so get that stability back on the CV would be great. In terms of what would be important for me in terms of testimonials, I wouldn't look too much from previous students. I would certainly look to testimonials from employers, because if you're looking for a defined career path or a defined marketplace, it's important that if you get a good recognised employer who recognises that qualification, that will increase your employability. So that would be the main driver for me.
The thing is, you don't want to be turning up in college, university. A lot of women, or people, especially women, I suppose, perhaps especially when they've had children, are not confident to walk into university, mixing with all these young people and things like that, which is quite daunting. I'm sitting in a classroom and thinking, oh, everybody's laughing at me because of my age, or I don't know what I'm doing.
The most thing that I would be worried about would be the failure, being not being able to get it passed, or failing some exams and having to resit and whatnot. That would be a nightmare for me.
In terms of funding my higher education costs, that would be done through savings. If there was a payment plan in terms of a monthly direct debit set up, obviously it's a smaller amount going out each month, and rather than taking a big bulk of my savings, that would be my ideal.
Flexible payment options would be something that I'd be looking at if I did study future education. I haven't got savings. Obviously I don't really want to get a loan really, so monthly payment options that I could afford would probably be the only way that I could study in the future.
More than likely than average to consider opening university, yes, because of family commitments and time commitments, whereas someone in a different age group, i.e. a younger age group, might not have the commitments or responsibilities that someone of my age group has, or someone of an older age might have less commitments at that stage as well, so absolutely. I
suppose really because it is more flexible and it's easier access for me. And I know, looking into like psychology, counselling and things like that, most of the courses are Pembrokeshire way, Swansea, Clerkley colleges, where by the time you get there it's time to come home. You know, it's impossible for me to go and do these courses because they are so far away.
I couldn't go away to England, Scotland or Wales now to do a degree, as I have too many commitments here at home due to a business and whatnot.
I prefer to just get on with things, but I'd definitely find it necessary to have some kind of ad hoc support, like I say, because there's bound to be something that's going to crop up that I don't fully understand or I want to ask questions about.
I would consider the Open University. I have, like I say, looked online at the courses that they offer. The only thing that would worry me is if it was just you're stuck at home on your own, you know, and you didn't get the support that you needed to be able to complete the course.